Hello everyone, welcome back to Look of a Kind. In this video, I am going to show you guys how I debug or prepare pine cones for decorating. These pine cones I like to get. They're the smaller one, but if you look, they have a pattern in them. So I like those a lot. So I am not going to pick these with my bare hands. I want to get some wire cutters and cut these things down. There are some tips that I want to give you guys. I would suggest wearing a hat and or some type of eyewear. There are things that fall out of the tree, and I was lucky enough to have a hat on this day. So I would suggest to wear a hat and some type of eyewear. Also, I'm not wearing gloves here, but pine cones can be prickly, and especially the larger ones, you may want to protect your hands. These are the pine cones that I picked. I do want a lot more than this, but this is all that I could reach. And I did not want to be behind Sam's with a ladder trimming or cutting pine cones out of a tree. I think that will I'm already drawing attention to myself cutting these things, but that's going to be even more attention with a ladder. So I will just come back periodically and grab more, and then also we'll look on the ground and see if any have fell yet. It's still warm down here, so but the main thing I wanted to say is that after you pick your pine cones, you want to put them in a bag and you want to tie the bag off, because there are little critters and bugs and stuff like that that do live inside, like may find a home in the pine cone. So you want to tie your bag off before transporting. You don't want it open. Okay, what I have here is a planter. Actually, believe it or not, I got this from Dollar Tree. This big from Dollar Tree. But anyways, I'm going to use this to soak my pine cones. I don't have that much, and this is kind of big for it, but you know, it's fine. Just look at what was just all that dirt and whatever else that was in the pine cones. So that's why you want to wash them. See, right there already. There's a bug. Ooh, and a spider! Yeah! I put my hands in there. Okay, big girl panties. Big girl panties. Okay, what we're going to use to stir this thing up. Okay, focus. Travel skewer. I have a skewer, so this is what I'm going to use to stir. Stir these. Oh, the spider got out. The spider got out. Woo. What's going to happen is the pine cones are going to slowly close up, but you just want to kind of get all of the dirt out of them. Definitely dumping this outside. I'm not going to let this go down the drain at all. I'm going to use my sheet pan that I talked about in my preparing Acorns video. This is my old sheet pan, and I'm going to tear off some foil and place it on here to have to make sure I'm recording. Cover or line the pan. Now, if you don't have an old sheet pan, you can use the one that you normally bake in. Just line it, because pine cones they have sap on them, and you don't want your pans to be messed up. So now I'm going to take these pine cones and just stick them in here. You want to give them enough space because they do spread open. I'm just going to place them on here. When it gets colder, and they said that this week the temperature should be dropping, I'm hoping that the pine cones will start to fall off of the trees so that I don't have to do all that reaching and snipping. I do like to get pine cones when they are fresh off the tree, or they fell fresh off the tree, because they just look a lot better versus when they are on the ground for a long period of time and they don't look too good. So that's how I like to get my pine cones, or when I like to get my pine cones. Next, what I'm going to do is stick this in the oven, oven of 250 degrees. I'm going to let it bake for about 30 to 45 minutes. I baked for 30 minutes and then checked on them, and they were completely closed. So I baked for a total of 1 hour and 5 minutes here, and they were not completely opened. But if you look here, there was stuff that was still in these pine cones, if you see these little white things. So I'm glad that I washed these before I baked them. I put them back in the oven so that they can completely open up. Okay, this is after an hour and 25 minutes. You can see that they are completely opened up. So they are so pretty too, just the tips. Okay, now that we are done with our pine cones, you can spray paint them with a clear coat of spray paint. You probably want to do 2 coats of that, but I am not going to do that because I actually have a purpose for these particular pine cones, and that will be done at a later date. But that is how you prepare pine cones for decorating. I hope this helps with your decorating. For demonstration purposes, you can display them in a little bowl or a little vase. And what I am also going to use is this berry garland. So I'm gonna take some of this. I'm not gonna cut this because I have use for this elsewhere, but I'm just going to show you just something quick. This is not going to be perfect, but just something that can be thrown together pretty quickly. And I'm going to use the little ones down here first. And you know, you can play around with it a little bit more to get it the way you want it. But something simple. Yeah, that way you have a little bit of color in there. If I wanted to, I can add a little bit more. A little bit more, girl. Pine cones. But I'll probably actually bring some of that color through here. But you get it. I'm just trying to, sometimes I can be a little bit of a perfectionist. But anyways, you can get something like this. And you can tweak it however you want to tweak it, but at least you have some color in there. Or you can get some acorns and throw it in here. I'd probably need less pine cones and if I'm going to add some acorns. But yeah, that's basically it.